Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. It's 2026. I've gotten rid of all of the Christmas decor from my sewing room, cleaned everything out, did an overall refresh, and today I thought it'd be fun to do a new updated sewing room tour. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a return viewer, welcome back. I always like to start off the year with a fresh, new everything. So I would clean out all the Christmas decor from the house, clean the house. Sometimes I rearrange things, and I always like to redo my sewing room and reorganize. For the most part, the layout's pretty similar to last year, but I do have two new things that I've added or changed in my room. So I thought it would be fun to do an updated sewing room tour. I will have links for everything that I can down below in the description box below the video, so you can click show more. I also have a blog post that has all the links to everything in my sewing room in it as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at my refreshed sewing room. All right, so we're just gonna start off with an overall view of my space, and I love doing this both with photos and video because it helps keep me motivated to keep my space clean going forward. I think my room is about 13 feet by 14 feet, and it actually works pretty good for fitting everything that I need. So let's just go around the room. So right here is one of my doors. I have double doors leading into this office space, and I just have that fabric wreath hanging on it. Super cute when my door is open. When my door is closed, it actually looks like this, and I've got this IKEA pegboard. This stores my rotary trimmers, rulers, zippers, and other miscellaneous craft items. I also have this cute towel rack. It actually goes in a bathroom, and I've just got some fun things stored on that. It also has a table runner hanging on it from our 2021/2022 Sew With Me series. I'll link the chair I have in this corner as well. I got it on Amazon. It's a Sherpa, pink Sherpa chair. I love it. It's not the most comfortable, but it's super cute. The crochet blanket is called the Gem Blanket by Wool Thread Paint. She has a pattern on Ravelry. And then that rug at the bottom on the floor is a jelly roll rug. I do have a video tutorial for that here as well. Moving around the room, these are just my windowsills, and I just use them to store all of the little notions that I need every day. I try and keep it cute. Next, let's take a quick look at my sewing table. A lot of people ask about this. It is two IKEA tabletops put together using brackets and the leg system that came with it. Here's tabletop number one. Here is tabletop number two. You can see the join right there, and instead of placing the table legs where it says, I actually placed one in between both table legs to hold it together. That gives it stability. My tabletops aren't moving around on me. I also did that down there on the other end. And then I have my large big mat rotary mat on top of the table. I love this mat. It's nice and large. It covers my table almost all the way. It has clear markings on it, and it's really easy to see and use. And I like having this larger table set up because it gives me a lot of space. I do cut and sew on the same table just because of the space available in my room, and so it works out really well. And then again, here's an overview of what that table looks like in my space. And I think it fits pretty good. Moving on to one of the bigger changes I've made is this storage that's underneath my table. This is actually a 1x5 calyx unit from IKEA, and this was actually something that came out of my daughter's room. She was cleaning her room and didn't want it anymore, and it just so happens to fit right underneath my table. It holds all of my 5-yard fabric yardage cuts, and then as you can see, there's some more cuts on top, and then I also have some bolts stored on top of there as well. Now that I've been designing fabric, I have a lot more bolts that I need to try and figure out a good place to put, and so that actually worked out really well. At first I thought maybe it would make my room look cluttered having all that under there, but I think it actually has the opposite effect because it sort of hides what is underneath behind there. I have some irons and things that just aren't as pretty, and also it keeps all that fabric nice and organized as well. So I think I'm gonna like this setup for my table and some of my yardage storage. Moving on from my table is just my work area. So I have just an IKEA tabletop. It's sitting on top of an Alex drawer unit, also from IKEA. And then I've got my computer and all the things I need to get all of my work done. This is another change I made. This was a 2x4 calyx unit from IKEA, and I took out the horizontal shelving units in there, put it back together, and made room for all of my bolts of fabric. These are all shortcuts and things that I wasn't able to sell from some of my fabric lines that I've been launching, and so I needed a place to put them. They're all still on the bolt. So this storage actually works out really, really well. I was worried it'd be wobbly because we took out the horizontal shelves, but it's not. It's actually quite stable. And then I have my pressing board on top of there. I do have a tutorial on how to make that pressing board on my channel as well, so you can check that out. I'll try and link all of this below the video. The felt design wall that you see on top of my pressing board is from Feltrite Products. This is actually one of my favorite things that I added a couple years ago to my room. You can't stick quilt blocks to it like you can a regular batting design wall, and so you can pin things on it, move them around really easily, and then when you take them down you have a really pretty design wall. That's basically like an art installation all on its own. Moving around the room, I have my favorite corner. This is my filming corner, and I try and make it cute and fun. That drawer unit is from Hobby Lobby, and it stores all of my cross-stitch things. So I've got fabric and floss and all of those things that I need to stitch there. And then above that, I have this cute little rustic shelf I got from Etsy, and it just has a bunch of little cute knickknacks and things that I've made over the years, along with some of my fabric. I also have my Singer featherweights. I actually do sew on those every now and then, but for my tutorials, I usually stick to my Juki, but you can see there, they're super cute. And then here's another view of that corner. The tall glass case is also from IKEA. I think it was a Bagaboo or Bogo, or I don't know, I'll link it below. But that case stores a lot of my pre-cuts and my layer cakes. And then on the ladder is my Sew Quilty quilt, which most of you have already seen and have sewed along with. Next to that, I have a 5x5 calyx unit. This holds the majority of my fabric. Those white baskets are from Target, and they're perfect for storing fat quarters and smaller cuts of fabric. As you can see here, it's really easy for me to pull out one of those bins, use that fabric, and then put it away. And this gold wire bin that I'm storing my pre-cuts in is also from IKEA, and I think they literally just call it a gold wire basket. It hooks onto the horizontal shelves, and then you can add things like pre-cuts or smaller things to store. I also have some of my smaller cuts stored on comic book board, so you can see those right there, and I will link them below. But it's a really good way to store cuts that are too small to stand up on their own, but it's kind of nice having them in the baskets this way. It's really easy for me to just rifle through them almost like they're books, pull out what I need, use it, and then put it back, so it keeps everything nice and organized. And then on top of that unit, I just have some little knickknacks. I have a few older sewing machines and just fun decorative things on top. All right, guys, that's it for my 2026 sewing room tour, refresh, update. I think the shelves behind me for my bolts are going to work really nicely. It's actually more sturdy than I thought it was. And then also this little shelf down here has been really nice and handy to keep sort of extra larger bolts and all of my 5-yard backings and things on that as well. So, but anyways, that is the updated sewing room tour for 2026. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video. Happy 2026, and I'll see you in the next video.